you will get to a point if you begin to monetize your work, and you know, I mean, an unpublished or an unmade screenplay is, you know, a former piece of wood, and I have lots of it. But once you get into the realm where you have to interact with people who are, you know, financing a movie or so forth, it can be tricky. And again, knowing yourself, know thyself is really important, because if you don't need to be loved, if you can put that aside, if you don't need the approval, and you really are there at that point to do a job, then you can take the criticism, you can listen to what they're saying and assimilate it. And especially when there are lots of voices in the room, I try to take a survey and try to figure out what isn't working for them. But I almost never take their notes in terms of how to fix it, because it's superficial. They don't know that I'm trying to explore what it means to have been abandoned. That I never go there with them, because that will just make their heads explode. They don't want to know really how you make the sausage. They just want to tell you how to slice it. And so you listen to that and you try to be open and hear, well, maybe there is a problem there. But it's an interesting thing, because if that criticism comes too quickly or it's taken too much to heart, they will destroy the inertia for where you were going, even if you didn't quite know where you were going. So my fantasy from a creative executive or from a filmmaker who's working with me as a writer is to ask me a Socratic question. And the great teachers that I've had, of whom there have been very few, don't care about what they think I'm trying to do. They care about what I think I'm trying to do, and they're invested in that. And so if that is what you want, then you should ask the filmmaker, you know, in this scene right here, what were you trying to get? That moment between these two characters, there's something there. What were you trying to get at? And then let the writer talk and work that out a little bit, and then all of a sudden you'll hear it. Maybe they didn't quite get it on the page, but now you can guide them to get it there. Well, you have to sort of reverse engineer that and train them a little bit to ask you a question, rather than just go, you know, that doesn't work for me. Well, that isn't helpful. In fact, it's destructive, because they don't respect the process. You know, it really is, you know, whispers at a rock concert, and you got to sort out all this noise to hear the angel.